Good morning. Welcome back. Now we are discussing about the forced oscillations. Coming to the forced oscillations, a object or any body in nature is capable of oscillating at its own frequency called natural frequency. And if such a body is made to oscillate at a different frequency by making use of any external periodic force, then the oscillations or vibrations of such a body is called forced oscillations. The body is made to oscillate at the frequency of an external periodic force, hence the name forced oscillations. If the frequency of such a forced oscillation is same as the frequency of the applied force, the external force that makes the body oscillate is called a driver, and the body that oscillates due to the external periodic force is called the driven oscillator. When the stem of a tuning fork is held in hand, we can hear only feeble sound, a sound of very low intensity. And if the same stem is pressed against the tabletop, we can hear a louder sound, because the tuning fork makes the table vibrate at the frequency of the tuning fork, because of which we can hear a louder sound, since the table is having larger surface area which is vibrating when compared to that of the fork. Hence the vibrations produced is more intense. Hence sound is louder when compared to only tuning fork. Now we are now discussing about the equation of simple harmonic oscillation. We are discussing an expression for the forced simple harmonic oscillation. Let us consider a body which is executing forced simple harmonic motion. We will have a body, and that body is made to oscillate due to an external periodic force, and the oscillations of the body is simple harmonic. As it is under the influence of an external force, it is said to be forced simple harmonic motion. Let the external periodic force is given by the expression F external is equal to F naught cos omega pt, where F naught is the amplitude and omega p is the angular frequency of the periodic force, and t is the time at which this force is acting. Let y represents the displacement due to this force, displacement of the body due to this external force. dy by dt represents the velocity of the body at any instant of time, and the body which is vibrating will be acted upon by three different forces. Three different forces will be acting on a body which is under forced simple harmonic oscillation. Number one is the restoring force. If any object is, or if any body is vibrating, it is said to have a restoring force that will be equal to minus ky, where k is a constant, y represents the displacement. And a frictional force is also acting on the body, and that is given by the expression minus b into dy by dt, where b is a constant. dy by dt is the instantaneous velocity, and the external periodic force is also acting, as we know it. Hence, the total force acting on the body is the sum of all these three forces. F is equal to minus ky minus b into dy by dt plus f naught cos omega p into t. From Newton's second law, we also have F is equal to ma, or that is equal to m into d square y by dt square, where m is mass of the body. So substituting this value or equating these two equations, since their left hand sides are same, the right hands are equated. So after equating, we get this. Therefore, I am bringing these two terms onto the left hand side. So we get m into d square y by dt square plus b into dy by dt plus ky, that is equal to f naught cos omega p into t. Now we are dividing this equation throughout by m. We get therefore d square y by dt square plus b by m into dy by dt plus k by m into y is equal to f naught by m into cos omega t. Let b by m is taken as equal to 1 by tau, where tau is called the relaxation time. K by m is taken as equal to omega square, and f naught by m is taken as equal to f. Therefore, the above relation becomes d square y by dt square plus 1 by tau into dy by dt plus omega square y is equal to f cos omega into t. This equation number 1 represents a differential equation of damped and forced simple harmonic motion of a body. It represents a differential equation of damped and forced simple harmonic motion of any body. The solution of this equation will be in this form: y is equal to a cos omega t plus theta, represents solution of the above differential equation. Now let us differentiate equation 1 twice with reference to the time t. So we get dy by dt equals minus a omega into sin omega t plus theta. Again differentiating, we get d square y by dt square equals minus a omega square cos omega t plus theta. Substituting these two, or substituting these three, for y, for dy by dt, for d square y by dt square in equation 1, we get this. We have substituted for d square y by dt square, we have substituted for dy by dt, we have substituted for y, that will be equal to f cos omega t. Now, rewriting, in these two terms, cos omega t plus theta is constant. In these two terms, a cos omega t plus theta is constant. So taking a cos omega t plus theta as constant, we get omega square minus omega p square minus of a by tau omega p sin omega p plus sin omega t plus theta, that will be equal to f into cos of omega t plus theta minus theta. We have added and subtracted the theta. Now, the LHS remains same. There is no change in LHS. We are expanding the RHS. It is in the form of cos of a minus b. Therefore, it becomes cos a cos b plus sin a sin b plus sin a sin b. Now, we are equating the cos omega t terms, cos omega t plus theta terms, and sin omega t plus theta terms on both sides of the equation. We get a omega square minus omega p square, A into omega square minus omega p square will be equal to f cos theta. Will be equal to f cos theta. You can say here that equal to f cos theta. Similarly, a by tau into omega p is equal to minus f sin theta. You can say here that is equal to minus f sin theta. Now, squaring and adding these two terms. Squaring and adding these two terms, we get a square into omega square minus omega p square whole square plus a square by tau square into omega p square, that is equal to f square cos square theta plus f square sin square theta, that is simply equal to f square. Therefore, again I take a square common from these two terms. If I take a square common from these two terms, there will be no a square here. And finally, a square will be equal to f square whole divided by omega square minus omega p square whole square plus omega p square by tau square. This is about a square, square of the amplitude. Or a equals f divided by square root of omega square minus omega p square whole square plus omega p by tau whole square. We know that f is equal to f naught by m. Therefore, a become equal to f naught by m whole divided by square root of omega square minus omega p square whole square plus tau is b by 1 by tau is b by m. Therefore, it is b by m into omega p whole square. Thus, the amplitude of oscillation is directly proportional to the amplitude of driving force F naught. F naught is the amplitude of driving force. Therefore, the amplitude of oscillation of a body under the influence of an external force is directly proportional to the amplitude of the driving force and depends on the difference between the applied frequency and the natural frequency, and it also depends on the difference in the frequencies. One is natural frequency and the other is the periodic external frequency or the applied frequency. And this amplitude of oscillation of a body under the influence of an external force is said to be maximum if this condition is satisfied. In the sense, if the natural frequency of the body become equal to the external periodic frequency or the frequency of the external periodic force, then the amplitude of oscillation of the body is said to be maximum. Thank you.